What's going on, everybody? Welcome to G Myers World Podcast. Today we're going to be jumping into Week 7 of the 2018 NFL season. And if you guys missed the Thursday Night Football recap, feel free to go and check it out. It's right here available on G Myers World Podcast here on YouTube and syndicated throughout the world, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify as well. So here we go right now. The Lions and the Dolphins, right? We're going to be very, very honest about this game right here. We don't really expect much from the Dolphins. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, yeah, bro, they were one of the teams that were undefeated early in the season. The Dolphins are what they are, okay? Without Tannehill, with the other guy, Osweiler, whoever's there, the Dolphins are just not a good team right now. And I don't think anybody expected them to do anything in the AFC East, if we're being honest about it. Most of the things that's going to go on with the Dolphins, they're going to get some surprise wins because they do play very, very hard. So I'm not saying that they don't put the effort in. I'm just saying that I don't think that they're a really good team because regardless of the quarterback position that, you know, the personnel that they have at the quarterback position, they're not formidable. So if you guys want to, you know, fool yourself and think that a team can make it through, we're going to get to Blake Bortles in a second. And it just shows you, even if your defense plays, they ball out, they do everything that they can. If your quarterback sucks, you're going to lose games. And in this game was decided by the better quarterback, which happens to be Matthew Stafford in this case. And that's just the plain and simple truth. Like watching the game, that's all I could really see. Did Matthew Stafford make some mistakes? Yes, but he was outright the better quarterback that made the better throws in the game. And, you know, obviously this dude, Kerryon Johnson, he's just doing whatever he wants to do. And the team is coming along pretty well. Do I think that they are going to be a formidable adversary in the NFC North? I got to get back to you on that. You know what I'm saying? I got to continue to watch, but I did like what I saw from the Lions today. The Vikings and the Jets, let me just say something. Adam Thielen, this is a non-drafted, I believe, well, he was non-drafted. And right now, I got to say he's the best receiver in the game. I really have to say that because this man is doing anything he wants. 100 receiving yards in his, the 7th straight game? This is ridiculous, bro. Like, at some point, people are going to have to stop hating on First Cousins and just accept the fact that Adam Thielen, like the dude's good. Thielen is good. Like you can't knock him. The dude runs routes. He gets behind people. I'm not saying he's a burner. He does everything he's supposed to do. And I think that, you know, we're more accustomed to like a OBJ, Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. This dude is a really, really good receiver. And I'm gonna let you guys know, like straight up and down, bro. Like if something is visible to me and I can see that a player is playing well, I'm not biased in any way on any player, any team, because I don't really care. I just watch the game for the love of it. So when I see a talent like that and what he's doing, and he's consistently doing it, you got to give him his due. Now, I need him to continue to do this. I need him to make some more Pro Bowls. I need him to do some more things, and then we could get into the talks of him really being that dude. And I think that he can do it. I think they have the personnel with Diggs in that team to, like, you got to pick your poison, Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen. But I think everything starts with Adam Thielen, if you're asking me. I think that's a guy that defenses are trying to figure out who to cover now because, bro, it's the 7th straight game. So either they're playing teams that play no defense or maybe he's just that good. The Jets are just not that good of a team. Sam Darnold, he wasn't too good. I think he had a passer rating of like 44. It was pretty disgusting, but he is a rookie and I like him. So I need him to go through his growing pains. I'm not expecting miracles, you know, like what happened with, you know, the opener with Detroit. I'm not expecting that every game, but I do expect him to get better. So if you guys are thinking that Sam Darnold is not going to be playing well soon, you guys are very, very mistaken. Trust me, I see potential in that young man. And once they fire Todd Bowles, he's going to be able to see what, you know, he's going to be able to reach his true potential. I don't think that Todd Bowles is the right head coach for the New York Jets. That's just my opinion. The Panthers and the Eagles, this was I enjoyed this game the most. I want you guys to tell me which games you enjoyed the most, if you guys get all the games like I do. This game, when I was flipping through the channels, this game, because like I like to see Carson Wentz go out there and ball out. I love that Doug Peterson goes for it on 4th down. I just love the excitement around this team with the Eagles, right? But they were losing 17-zip, the Panthers were. And when they fired back, bro, when Cam Newton started throwing dots, he sacrificed his body like right at the goal line when he almost got in during the comeback. If Cam Newton can play like that, right? If we get that second half Cam Newton in like, you know, every game, this team can go to the Super Bowl. This team will beat the Rams. If they play like that, because you got to remember, there's really no main receiver with the Panthers. Like, there's nobody that you really like, yo, I got to cover that guy. They got some good, decent guys. They got the rookie. They got the other big receiver that Cam Newton was throwing dots to. But I'm telling you right now, McCaffrey broke a big run, all that good stuff. They're a balanced team though. But with the defense playing well all the time, if Cam Newton can play like that the way he did, this is a dangerous team because people seem to forget. The Panthers' defense is not that bad. I know Bradbury got that pass interference late in the game, whatever, and that might have raised some eyebrows. But remember, they were willing to get rid of Josh Norman for Bradbury, to keep Bradbury there. I think that dude has some talent. So I would definitely watch out for that, just to let you guys understand. But this was a very, very exciting game, a heartbreaker for the Eagles. This is the problem with the NFC East, because the Cowboys also lost. We're going to get to that in a second. You just don't know what's going on in that division. And it's going to be a very, very exciting time coming for the second half of the season very soon, because I just don't know. The Panthers, though, I kind of like the team if Cam Newton could just stay, if he could play with that vigor that he played with in the second half. This team is going to be very, very tough to beat. The Browns, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, when you look at Baker Mayfield's face, that dude kicked a 59-yard field goal, bro. A 59-yarder. And I'm going to tell you something about Jameis Winston. Yeah, he allegedly gropes Uber drivers, but this guy, when he's in the zone, man, he's in the zone. Like, bro, and I'm not talking about AutoZone. Like, that dude is in the zone. This was an unbelievable game, and he played through a lot of bad things. But the Browns overall, Baker Mayfield wasn't playing well early, came back, did his thing, OT, and this happened. Heartbreaker for the Browns, man. But Hue Jackson, he's on the hot seat. He should be fired very soon. He should be fired. I'm going to be honest with you. He should be gone very soon. The Saints and the Ravens. This was a very, very hard-fought game. I don't know how the Saints won this game, though, because every time I was looking at it, the Ravens were up until the end. And that's all that really matters. You know what I'm saying? Look, Tucker missing an extra point, I understand that that's like, oh, my God. Bro, he's human. You know what I'm saying? He was 222 for 222 but with extra points, but sometimes the nerves get you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have stars and we have bust. Like this dude right here, I don't know what he was doing, bro. But if you want to do that, there's a place for you on the bread lines, Justin Tucker. Like if that's what you want to do what you got to do. Alvin Kamara is a stud, and Breeze, I believe, he joins the 500 TD club, bro. So the Saints are looking really, really good, and also defensively, I'm liking that Lattimore is starting to step back up and come into his own. The Titans and the Chargers. Wow, bro. Like this game was played in This was a London game, because I was up early for this one. Let me just say something right now. If you guys don't think that Phillip Rivers is a top 5 QB, something is wrong with you. And let me explain to you why. This dude, without any Melvin Gordon and him being the only, he was the only offensive weapon primarily. Like, everything went through Phillip Rivers. And this dude put on a show. 306 pass yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, 137.7 passer rating. What else can you ask from that man? What else can you ask? And the Titans fought hard. They actually had a shot towards the end of the game, but they weren't able to get it done. But at the end of the day, bro, Phillip Rivers, man, I'm telling you about that guy because I really feel for him, because with the way everything was, balanced and where he ended up and how he's been playing, he's always had a situation where, either LaDainian Tomlinson is on the sideline not playing. It's always something weird that's happened with him. But Phillip Rivers usually plays very well. And I really like him as a QB in the league, man. The Titans, they're just going to be a team that gets some surprise wins and some wins. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it is what it is. Like, Derrick Henry's a stud. I really love me some Derrick Henry. Mariota, I just don't think that he's the guy. I'm not, hating on the guy, whatever. If it turns out that he is, I'll be wrong. But I just don't think he's that guy. But ultimately, the Chargers are looking really, really mean right now, bro, at 5-2. I'm just saying. Patriots and the Bears. Bro, Tom Brady's clutch. What you want from me? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, he had to do what he had to do because the Bears was fighting hard. They got that Hail Mary, but they couldn't get into the end zone at the end of the game. But Tom Brady, when he needed a first down, why was everybody wide open? Why doesn't anyone realize that Tom Brady, if you don't get pressure on him, he's going to dot you up? Why hasn't anybody realized that yet? He only has 5 Super Bowl rings, dude. Like, you gotta, look, if you're going to play coverage, you better make sure the middle of the field is taken away. More than likely, he won't really go deep, but you can't give him the whole middle of the field on critical 3rd and 2s and think he's not going to throw a dot. Like, what are you guys doing, man? The Bears are really starting to become a disappointment to me. Mitchell Trubisky, he threw a pick 6. No, was it a pick 6? I can't remember what happened with that. I know he threw a pick. I just remember exactly what happened, but I know there were just like a lot of weird things going on. But I still like Mitch Trubisky. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. Sometimes he's going to make bad decisions, but it's going to, those type of things are going to happen. But overall, I think that he's going to be the answer for the Bears. I really do think that amongst a lot of the quarterbacks in this league, he's one of the good ones. But at the end of the day, when you have the Patriots, when you have them down, you gotta stomp them out. You gotta stomp them out, bro. Like, you have to do that. That's the only way that it's gonna. It doesn't really matter anyway. Like, bro, you have to do this. You have to do this. The Bills and the Colts. This game right here, we all know the Bills were garbage, but somehow they beat the Vikings and dudes were hurdling Anthony Barr. But they're showing you what we already knew what they were. I don't know if LaShawn McCoy is going to be out for a while. That injury looked really, really, bro. But he got hit like that on the sideline. That was pretty bad, bro. But Andrew Luck, if he plays like this, 4 pass TDs, 0 interceptions, and he doesn't have like all these turnovers and things like that, the Colts can win some games, bro. Like, defensively, I don't know. I couldn't believe that they played this well defensively. I'm being honest about that. I thought that they would give up points regardless of who was under center for the Bills. But if they can find a way to play like this, this is some dangerous stuff right here. Like, I'm going to let you guys understand this right now. It's something that everybody has to get through their head. When you think about the fact that the Colts don't really have any known named players defensively, like you got Jabal Sheard, I think that's it, right? Like he's the only guy that comes to my mind. Everybody else pretty much sucks, like, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is, for you to go out there and shut out an NFL team, you're doing something right. And when your quarterback is playing like that, 4 TDs, 0 interceptions, yeah, it's on. It's on and popping. You know what I'm saying? So we have to figure out what the Colts are really doing. I don't think that they're going to make any noise. I honestly don't believe, obviously, they're going to make the playoffs. But when you go and brutalize a team like this that has some solid wins under their belt, that's impressive to me. The Texans and the Jaguars. I learned 2 things today. Number one, DeAndre Hopkins is way better than OBJ will ever be. And the Jaguars, first of all, okay, Ramsey is no longer the number 1 corner in the league. I tweeted that out early. I don't really care what anybody has to say about that. He is no longer the number 1 cornerback in the league. I'll be surprised if he makes a Pro Bowl. That dude sucks. DeAndre Hopkins pretty much had his way with him like he was a $20 whore or something. I don't know what was going on. But I'm going to tell you, I'm very, very happy that Blake Bortles was benched today. It should have been done a while. He should have actually been released in the offseason. But that's going to have to be something that they're going to have to decide with the head coach either believing in him or somebody just being stupid. But that's the reason behind a lot of the things that go on. But still, with all of that and the defense being out there all the time because Blake Bortles is always doing turnovers, the Jags defense just hasn't been playing well. And Ramsey did a lot of talking, and this is what it comes down to when you got to put up or shut up. And all he's been doing is getting ramrodded. Okay, that's all he's been doing. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm completely disgusted. When DeAndre Hopkins caught that dot on him, and it was that touchdown right there in the end zone, I realized something. Before Deshaun Watson got there, look at the QBs that DeAndre Hopkins had. And he was still being productive with trash cans. And I know Eli Manning is not that good, but he's a suitable QB. You know what I'm saying? And right now he's playing really, really bad. But I got to go back to that playoff game when OBJ went on the boat in Miami. Eli was on fire in that playoff game. Tell me I'm wrong, against the Green Bay Packers. And OBJ was dropping him. How many times you guys see DeAndre Hopkins drop them balls? He's not as fast as OBJ and not as flashy, but he can make all those catches. He's just as athletic, and he's a good, solid wide receiver. And I would much rather have him than Odell Beckham Jr. That's just my opinion. If you want to win, I think you go with DeAndre Hopkins over OBJ. That's just my opinion. The Cowboys and the Redskins. Let me just say this, right? This is a very, very impressive win for the Redskins, simply for the fact that Alex Smith had to make a lot of plays on a very, very tough defense, okay? Because the Cowboys' defense, they're pretty good. All right, I don't care what you want to say about it. I watch these dudes, and when most of these guys are felons and they're in jail or they're on, all kinds of lists that they can't play right now, but once they get all their defensive guys back, the Cowboys are going to be vicious, okay? And the Redskins being able to do what they did, man, I'm impressed with. Listen, I'm impressed. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to debate anything with you guys with Mahomes and Alex Smith. Like, they made the right choice moving on from Alex Smith, but he's still showing that he's a suitable quarterback in this league. And I was very, very impressed with him, man. I was overly impressed with this win by them because the Cowboys should have won this game. They definitely should have. They did enough to win it. It was a very, very hard one. I thought that Dak was going to be out with a concussion when he got that hit going out of bounds. But overall, looking at the game, man, I'm very, very disappointed in the Cowboys offense still. I'm very, Alan Hearn sucks, and he's the one running his mouth. That dude sucks, man. Des Bryant sucks too, but I think with him on the team, they still would be better. And Des Bryant sucks. The Rams and the 49ers. The Rams are the best team in the league. And like I said, when I brought up the Panthers being dangerous, it's just for the fact that I think defensively, they would be able to match up with the Rams. It's weird, but I just think that in my brain that they would be able to match up with the Rams well. And if Cam Newton was able to do anything to that defense, it would be a hell game. Ultimately, I told you guys in my first podcast for 2018, if the Rams do not go to the Super Bowl, this is a waste of a season. This is a waste of $200 million. This is an embarrassment. They have to go to the Super Bowl. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if they go 16-0, to be honest with you, because I don't really see any team beating them just outright unless they play unless it's like the Chiefs or the Patriots. Having to play them. I don't really see anything going on. And again, with the 49ers, this is one of the teams that I feel for, bro, because when you lose your captain, bro, in Garoppolo, it's no way they're 1-6 with Garoppolo. Would they still lose games? Yeah, but, listen, they're not losing games like this with Garoppolo. Garoppolo is a huge talent, man. But I will tell you this, though. When he comes back, I think the 49ers are going to be really, really good because it'll be another year under their belt. And I think that they'll probably do decent in the draft, and they got some good pieces. But this is a very, very depleted team, losing their starting running back at the beginning of the season. So many bad injuries. And that's what this game is about. That's why the NFL has implemented so many new rules to try to keep the players upright and not injured, because it's such a dangerous game. But, injuries, that's how it affects the game. And it is what it is, man. So that's the recap for Sunday's game for Week 7, 2018. I hope you guys join me for Monday night's recap. Thank you guys so much for coming in and showing so much support. I'm going to see you guys very soon. Enjoy Sunday Night Football, and I'll see you next time. One love.